For you, work hard, listen, watch how we do, and you got a chance to do something special. Now let's see what you got.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm pumped. Let's do it.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Hornets leading by 3.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. And, you know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
Clock at 4. Stevenson drives in. Almost, but it rolls out.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that.
Mills, who's checked in for Parker. And a moment happening right now, folks. Sam.
He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. The Spurs shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The Spurs making a switch here. Owen Ellis checked in. And then for Charlotte, Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Gary Neal comes in for Marvin Williams. And Brian Roberts subbed in.
And that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA's turnovers per game. 4th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And I love that number, Clark. 3rd and fewest turnovers per game, because that's a sign of a well-coached team, very disciplined. They share the basketball. Their spacing is good. They've got a good plan of attack every game. So the players know where each other is, and that just allows for much better offensive execution.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. They set the pick. Here's Jay, and he bangs it home with one hand. And a momentous occasion, folks, as that basket represents the very first official NBA scoring.
Remember mine. I was actually being dragged around the court and had a miserable night. 2 of 17. I do remember those statistics. But I think in this case, it will be a memorable first bucket for him, and he's...
Tune in this Saturday night.
To the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker. Fires from 14. He shoots again. Goes up again. And Duncan finishes inside. Duncan's got the lead up to 2 now for San Antonio.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Here's Jay. Sinks that one from the post. Jay's got the game tied up here for Charlotte. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write them off. And Steve, they keep proving them wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
A different look now for San Antonio. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Spurs. They're up by 7.
Hey, guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half. I felt like we rushed things on offense, and our shooting suffered because of it. We can't keep chucking it up. Let's work the ball around and get quality chances. We've been taking good care of the basketball, too. That's another thing. Go, you're up.
My time.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half, setting the floor for the Hornets. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. MKG and Marvin Williams holding down the forward spots. And it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Stevenson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good. Stevenson's got 5.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got...
Jay's checked in for Charlotte. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. The 4th spot, Al Jefferson.
Now, you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what's made him such an important piece of the puzzle.
Splitter dishes to Ginobili. Ginobili right side.
Clark, as we've watched, I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burns. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard is notoriously quiet, but his teammates don't seem to mind and understand that's just who he is. Coach Popovich said, on the 1 to 10 Mr. Quotable scale, I'd say he was a 1 last year. This year, I think he's a 1.75. Guys, Tiago Splitter summed it up. He doesn't talk much, but he plays great.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks. It's not very often you can say this about the future is looking pretty bright and sure.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you've got to deal with, but right now the Hornets headed in a good direction.
Hornets trail by 7. Here's Jay. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
And I think when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon, I mean, the numbers show that he was a phenomenal defensive player. 3,830 career blocks.
Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against New York.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
3 on the clock, and a wide open look for Walker. A second chance effort and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Boy, perfect.
I like it. I like it. All day long.
And so it's San Antonio.
Hey, Rook, good job for the first time out. You look right at home.
Thanks, man. I just try not to force anything, let the game come to me.
That's what we do. Too bad your big effort was wasted.
Wasted?
Yeah, you got yours, but the team didn't. In this league, W's are all that matter. We got to hit it hard again tomorrow. See what we got.
Hey, man, I'm going to do everything in my power to help this team win. Shoot, I'm just on a 10-day contract, so I'm going to work like there's no tomorrow. Because for me, there isn't a tomorrow. I got to get signed.
That's what I like to hear. You keep that attitude, you might have a chance to last in this league.
Sure going to try.